In the vast expanse of the universe, there exist souls that burn with an intensity that transcends the ordinary. Like brilliant stars in the cosmic tapestry, these beings radiate a light so vibrant, so alive, that it both beckons and blinds those who dare to gaze upon it. They are the chosen ones, destined to walk an extraordinary path that winds through realms of profound depth and lonesome isolation. Who among you has felt the unmistakable shift in the atmosphere when in the presence of one of these luminous beings? A charged stillness that commands attention without a single word spoken. An energy so palpable, it seems to weave itself into the very fabric of existence. This is the power of the chosen ones. An emanating force that penetrates the soul with its raw authenticity. And yet, as undeniable as their magnetism is, this profound dichotomy is perhaps best encapsulated by the words of Friedrich Nietzsche, and those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. For the chosen ones, their intensity is the music, a celestial symphony playing at a pitch that only the most attuned souls can perceive. To the undiscerning, it seems like deafening dissonance. So tell me, you who feel that cosmic flicker stirring within, are you ready to unveil the extraordinary journey that awaits? To dive into the beauty and the burden of what it means to be one who is chosen? Then let us begin. The dichotomy of the chosen one's path. Picture yourself at a gathering, surrounded by the thrum of conversations bouncing off the walls like a symphony of shallow small talk. In walks a figure whose presence instantly shifts the atmosphere. Heads turn, drawn to the magnetic pull of their energy like iron filings to a magnet. But then something stirs within you, a flicker of unease, a primordial fear awakened by the blinding brilliance before you. It is the fear of the abyss opening its hungry maw, of plunging into depths from which you may never return. This chosen one's mere presence lays bare the gossamer veils you have carefully woven to conceal your own shadows. In this unsettling realization, the invitation becomes a threat, the intrigue morphs into intimidation. This is the great dichotomy that chosen ones must learn to navigate. The delicate dance between the enthralling and the alienating, the desire to connect intertwined with the human fear of being truly seen. Their very existence is a profound paradox of being simultaneously a beacon of truth and an unsettling force that pierces the fragile realities we construct. Some respond to this dichotomy by courting the chosen one's energy like moths to a flame, reveling in the intensity and depth it offers, while others retreat behind fortress walls, barricading their vulnerabilities from the chosen one's revelatory light. The chosen one stands in this crossroads, their very presence a crucible that separates the audacious seekers from the insulation seekers. Carl Jung reminds us, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. It is a lonely path to walk, being both irresistible and unpalatable, sought after yet set apart. The chosen ones quickly learn that their gifts of insight and authenticity may ignite exhilaration in some, but unease in many more. This dichotomy is the constant companion of their journey, a delicate dance of opening portals to truth, while ensuring those who peer through are genuinely ready to receive its blazing illumination. The blessing of profound solitude. In the thick of the dichotomy that forms the chosen one's reality, a profound truth is unveiled. Solitude, though isolating, is in fact a sacred gift, for it is in the hallowed silence of aloneness that the chosen ones can truly revel in the splendor of their uniqueness without apology. Imagine yourself as the chosen one, retreating from the draining dynamics of social irreverence into the sublime sanctum of your inner world. Like an eagle spreading its wings, you feel your spirit expanding, unfurling from the confines of personas and pretenses. Here, at last, you can breathe freely. With each inhale, you drink in the rarefied vapors. It is a sacred alchemy, embodied by the immortal words of Rumi. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. In the hallowed temple of solitude, you become attuned to the silence that is richer than any language, the primordial logos from which all creation arises. As you immerse in these depths, something miraculous occurs. An unshakable rootedness blossoms from within. This solitude, once seeming like a lonesome desert, now reveals itself as a lush inner sanctuary, a space where you can unapologetically nurture the very qualities that allow you to shine. The raw authenticity, the fearless depth, the uncompromising align with your purpose. What was once a heavy toll has become the greatest gift. Breathe in this profound solitude, chosen one, and exhale any remnants of self-doubt. For it is here that you access the unshakable truth. Your path, though distinct, is self-guided and self-validated. True belonging starts within these hallowed spaces of connection with the deepest aspects of your soul. One need not look further than the journey of Nikola Tesla, a quintessential chosen one to witness the delicate dance between the enthralling and the alienating that defined their path. Tesla embodied the essence of a chosen one. His visionary inventions and theories laid the groundwork for a future he never witnessed. His relentless pursuit of knowledge often led to isolation and misunderstanding, reflecting the chosen one's path, a dance between innovation and rejection. Tesla's legacy lies not just in his inventions, but in his approach to life and science. He saw the world through the lens of possibility, a gift and burden of the chosen. His story illuminates the inherent struggles and triumphs of such a journey, walking the fine line between brilliance and the burdens it brings. As Aristotle said, there is no great genius without a mixture of madness. The struggles of finding authentic connection. While the sublime solitude gifts the chosen one a rootedness within, the soul still yearns for communion, to feel the transcendent spark of recognition when connecting with a kindred spirit on a profoundly resonant level. Yet this yearning is often met with a disheartening reality. You have tasted the intimacy of delving into truth without filters or facades. So when engaged in surface-level interactions based more on persona than essence, you cannot help but feel the hollowness they contain. Like scrolls written in invisible ink, these encounters reveal no depth, no substance to satiate your hunger for meaning. So you forge ahead undaunted, sifting through the social spheres in search of the rare few whose authenticity shines as brilliantly as your own. With each shallow connection that flakes away under the weight of your intensity, you feel the disappointment reverberate through your core. Is this all there is? Your spirit laments as you find yourself surrounded by empty promises of deep meaning that turn out to be just shallow cliches. You know the upwelling of hopefulness upon perceiving a glimmer of realness in another's eyes, only to have it dashed by the incoming tide of insecurity that rushes to submerge those depths. Yet you remain resolute in your quest, for you have had those fleeting glimpses of transcendence, those soul rays of recognition that feel like stumbling upon an oasis after wandering innumerable deserts. You know the shuddering epiphany of locking eyes with another who burns with the same sacred fire. In those moments, all the journeying through lonesome landscapes fades into insignificance, for you have momentarily dissolved the existential isolation through that most intimate of communions, the meeting of two unguarded souls in their glorious naked truth. These are the soul-forged connections that sustain you, rare as they may be. The reminders that while the path is laced with disappointments, the rewards of peeling back layers of falsehood To reach those sacred spaces of resonance make the struggle transcendently worthwhile. The courage to embrace the higher calling. At the very core of the chosen one's journey lies a profound calling, a soul summons that resonates through every fiber of their being. This beckoning force, at once both heavy burden and sacred honor, compels them towards a destiny that far transcends the borders of the mundane. Imagine feeling the voluminous gravity of this higher purpose pulling you like the irresistible current of the cosmos itself. It is a force that cannot be ignored or pushed aside, no matter how one tries to immerse in the comforts of a regular existence. For the chosen ones, this call rings like a heavenly clarion, sounding at a soul frequency that stirs something primal yet divine within their core. They sense it in every breath, a messaging coded into the sacred spiral of their spiritual DNA, a burning reminder of why they chose to incarnate in this existential arena. To those bound only to physical realms, this call towards a higher purpose may seem like an unwelcome weight. But for the chosen ones, it is the gravitational force that lends their lives trajectory and meaning. It is the compass that forever orients them towards their soul's heroic journey of growth, contribution, and transcendence. This is why the chosen ones can never truly settle into the sedentary pools of conventional living. For they feel the raging ripples of their destiny disrupting any stillness, daring them to something greater. Even in solitude, they are metaphysical thunder chasers, forever drawn to the storms of evolution and metamorphosis. Yet embracing this heroic calling demands a cathartic courage. The courage to sacrifice the safety of the shallow and to walk the lonely ridgelines where one's resolve is perpetually tried by fire. This path isn't meant to be walked alone. Chosen ones can empower themselves by fostering supportive connections with like-minded individuals. Online communities or local groups focused on personal growth can provide a safe space to share experiences, exchange insights, and gain strength from collective wisdom. Additionally, chosen ones can find mentors who have walked a similar path and offer valuable guidance and support. It is a path of constantly shedding that which no longer aligns with the soul's streamlined truth. But it is also a path of truest freedom, to live in unapologetic alignment with the sacred song that animates one's purpose. For the chosen ones understand that their higher calling is a privilege and a gift, a spiritual rite of passage to ultimately unleash their brilliance for the betterment of humanity. Practical guidance. The first key is to nurture a bond of unshakable self-acceptance. Spend time in solitude, lovingly embracing all aspects of your being, the brilliance and the imperfections, the triumphs and the fragilities. See yourself through the lens of the universe that chose you for this extraordinary incarnation. Let this radical self-love be the unbreakable sphere that protects your core self-worth. Parallel to this, establish healthy, energetic boundaries. You need not be endlessly available to those who cannot match your authenticity. Discerningly choose who and what you allow into your precious inner sanctum based on resonance, not obligation. Let this be the truth emblazoned upon your heart. You are a chosen one. Your path, though woven with periods of isolation and misunderstanding, is ultimately one of profound meaning and importance. For you are the bearers of the unvarnished flame, the truth-tellers whose very presence has the power to shatter the veils of illusion we often hide behind. Do not let the world's shallows diminish your intensity. Let it inspire you to burn all the brighter. Use the solitude not as a refuge of avoidance, but as a temple to explore and honor the extraordinary mysteries you carry within. When the demons of self-doubt arise, slay them with the sword of your unshakable self-acceptance. And when you encounter the rare few, whose brilliance dances in resonance with yours, forge those bonds of profound kinship. For you need not walk entirely alone on this journey. As the sage Lao Tzu reminded, "He who does not trust enough will not be trusted." Let this be the galvanizing mantra for your journey, to fully inhabit the oath of your authenticity without apology or filter. The world may not always understand your depths, chosen ones, but that misunderstanding is but a flickering candle to the raging bonfire of your importance. Seek out communities, be they physical or virtual, where your uniqueness is mirrored rather than diminished. Let these be your anchors, your tribal spaces, to recharge and feel the warmth of being understood at a soul level. And when solitude does blanket you in its quiet embrace, use it as a chrysalis for creative and spiritual growth. Channel your intense lumen into inspired works of art, writing, or any medium that allows your truth to be a beacon. Let your journey be an auroboric spiral, with every essence encounter inspiring you towards union with your highest self.